Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to jump right in today because Meta is making a huge change to one of its most popular apps, and it could affect how you chat every single day.
Yeah, I'm talking about Messenger, and if you're someone who uses it on your desktop computer, you're really going to want to listen up.
Why? Because that standalone app for your Mac or PC, it's going away. For good.
Okay, so let's break this down. What's actually happening? Well, Meta is officially pulling the plug on its standalone Messenger desktop app. That goes for both Mac and Windows.
So the really important thing to get here is that the separate app you've been using, the one that's nice and clean and distraction-free, it's just going to stop working. Instead, you'll be pushed over to the main Facebook website to get to your chats.
Now, this isn't happening like tomorrow. It's a gradual thing. They started this transition back in September. You've probably already seen the pop-up warnings inside the app, right? Well, you'll want to pay attention to them because the final complete shutdown is happening on December 15th.
Okay, whenever something like this happens, the first question is always, what about my data? What about my chat history? And that is a huge concern here. While most of your chats should be fine, there's a real risk of losing your end-to-end encrypted messages if you don't do one very crucial thing. But here's the good news. It's actually super simple to protect your conversations. It's just 4 little steps in your settings. All you gotta do is find and turn on something called Secure Storage, and boom, your entire chat history will be safe and sound, ready for you on all your devices. Look, it's a tiny step, I know. It'll take you maybe a minute, but it's an absolutely critical safeguard to make sure you don't lose any of those important conversations in the middle of this whole shuffle. Which, of course, brings us to the big question. Why? Why is Meta doing this? I mean, a lot of people loved that desktop app. It was super convenient for work, for multitasking, so what gives? Well, Meta has its official reason, of course. They're saying it's all about creating this one single unified experience for everybody in the browser. But, there's always the speculation, the real story. And most people think it's way simpler than that. Probably not enough people were using the desktop app, and this is just an easy way to streamline things and save some money. And what makes this whole thing even more interesting, a little weird even, is that they're not doing this for their other apps. The WhatsApp desktop app, that's staying. The main Facebook app for Windows, still there. Nope. This change is only for Messenger. Just Messenger. So to really get why this matters, we gotta zoom out a little bit. Let's take a look at the bigger picture and see where Messenger actually stands in the world today. And this might actually surprise you. We think of Messenger as this absolute giant, right? But believe it or not, recent data actually puts it as the 4th largest messaging app in the world. Yeah, number 4. So it's huge, for sure, but it's not the king of the hill. And that field is, well, it's crowded, really crowded. You've got WhatsApp, which, remember, is also owned by Meta, way out in the lead. Then there's WeChat, which basically dominates China. And of course, the super fast-growing Telegram, nipping at everyone's heels. So you see, this isn't just happening in a vacuum. It really looks like part of a much bigger strategy from Meta. We're seeing something similar over on WhatsApp, actually, where they're cutting off some third-party tools to get everyone using their own Meta AI. It seems like it's all about pulling everything in-house, consolidating their world and getting you to use their tools. So that leaves us with one last big question. What does this all really mean? Is Meta just being smart here, consolidating its services and putting all its energy behind a winner like WhatsApp? Or is pulling the plug on the desktop app a quiet signal, a sign that maybe Messenger is starting to lose its footing in the brutal messaging wars? I guess only time will tell, but the answer is definitely going to shape how we all talk to each other in the future.